Okay, so in the past couple of videos, I've been mentioning this workout I do. So today I'm going to talk about the different workouts. Basically that I do. One of them is going to be a workout you can do when you're just stuck in your bed and you got no energy to get out of your bed. And the other one's the one I try to do on the days that I have energy. Also, as you may have noticed, my hair is gone. This is because yesterday it started falling out, and the way that worked was kind of interesting because like that morning I got up, everything was fine. I started noticing though, like later in the day, I was just sitting at a table, and then there was like a fair amount of my hair on the table, and I was like, okay, this is kind of weird. And then I ran my hand through my hair, and it was just like I could pull out basically chunks. Like if I did that maybe 5 times, I had like a wad of hair. And a couple hours before I could have done that and nothing happened. So it was like everything just immediately started falling out, which was kind of weird. But so shaved it off yesterday, and yeah, let's get into the workout videos. First workout we're gonna do is this is all the bed confined workout right now. So what you're trying to do is get something where you're just like getting your heart rate up, and we're not really worried about like what muscle groups you're working out. So this is like you're stuck in a hospital bed or whatever, you can't do anything. This is I just call it like scissor kicks basically. But what you do is you can just hold your legs like this and you can just kick them up. So you're just gonna do that. Like you can count however many times, but like if I'm gonna get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and you just keep doing that till basically you can't go anymore. I usually do like 30. You'll notice your heart rate will get up. Like now I'm feeling it. You'll feel like the burn in your abs, and then and like right here you'll feel the burn too. And if you want to get more control, like another thing I'll do like to this side, and then you can switch sides. And these are all things you can do just laying in your bed, And right now my heart's beating a little bit quicker. And that's it. That's the leg scissor kicks. Okay, so this is continuing on those exercises because a lot of times, like even if you're in the hospital bed, you're gonna have things like stuck into you. So it's really hard to twist or do anything. So this is another one of those you can do if like all you can do is move your legs. So this is basically, I guess you call it bicycle kicks, but what you do is you have your legs extended like this, and you're just gonna do like you ride a bike. You're just riding that bike. Extend the leg out. You can do it slower if you want more of a slow burn. Well, I try to do it pretty quick because what you're trying to do here with these exercises is not necessarily like train muscles. You just want to be able to get your heart rate up. So you're just doing this. You can go again to the side, kicking it, walking over through the air like that. And you can time yourself, and the quicker you go, the faster your heart's going to beat. So you can, do that maybe a minute or so. You're wanting to extend your leg up as high as possible, out, high as possible, out, and just keep it turning. So that's like the bicycle kick exercise. Yeah, now I'm feeling my heart rate getting up. So you could do that for a minute. And another thing you can always do with each one of these, when you can't, so I'll do like maybe 30 seconds or a minute, rest, maybe 15, 20 seconds, 30 seconds, and then go back at it again. And do like another 30 seconds. So you can do as many of those as you want. And this is a great way to get your heart rate up while you're just laying in bed if you can't even get out of bed. Okay, so this next one's probably gonna look a little pathetic, but it actually burns pretty hard. So basically you're gonna take your legs, put them up like this, and you're just gonna pull your feet up, the tips of your feet up like that, as high as you can. And you're just gonna sit there and do that for as long as you can. Like I'm doing it. This is like, I don't know, 10 or something, but you're just gonna keep doing it, keep doing it, keep doing it. And I will guarantee you it's gonna burn here. If you can do that for, 30 seconds, a minute, just keep going, keep going. And eventually this is also gonna be something to get your blood flowing. Like you're probably not gonna get a really high heart rate from it, but this is definitely gonna be a way for you to get your heart rate up, get blood moving to your legs, to your muscles here, and you're definitely going to feel the burn. So that's the other little exercise you can do when you're just laying in your bed and you can't even turn from side to side. Okay, so those are all the exercises you can do that I figured out for if you just can't move at all. So you've got like IVs in you and you can't turn or twist and you can't use your arms, you know? And that's the way it is for me most of the time. And if you're like, yeah, in the hospital for some kind of cancer, they're basically always going to have something pumped into you. So it's really hard to do anything with your arms, you know? And you can be creative and do a lot of these same types of things with your arms if you wanted to. You know, if you're able and they don't have, you know, any IVs in you or anything, you could always just sit here and like shadow box, or you could come up with the same kind of exercises for your arms and just like spread them out, you know, and do the same kind of things for your arms to get your heart rate up again. But like I said, for me, with every time I'm in the hospital, I've always got stuff in my arms, so I can't really move them well. Here's an exercise that I'll show, which is something you can do even with an IV because you're not moving a lot. And it's another way to get a little bit of a workout in and get your heart rate up. So that's going to be the next one. Okay, so this video is basically if you have a little bit of mobility. So even if you have something in one of your arms, you know, you're laying in the hospital bed. My bed's not really big enough, but usually what you're going to do is you're going to want to have put your leg up like this, other leg like that, and you can basically just do planks. So this is something where you can just hold, get a little bit of an ab burn going in, get your heart rate up a little bit, and even if you got an IV in one arm, usually you can still do this because you don't have a lot of like jerk movements or anything. So this is a pretty nice one, and you can always like turn it to the side too. So 1 second, hold it like that. And you can just sit there and hold that for 30 seconds, a minute, however long you want to, and get a little bit of a workout in, still in your hospital bed. And that's it for all the exercises I've been able to figure out for when you're in your hospital bed and you can't even get out and you still want to get your heart rate up because like, you know, otherwise you won't be able to do anything the whole day. You'll just be stuck in the bed. The next exercise I want to show are things that you can do if you have a little bit more movement capabilities. Basically, if you can stand up and walk around somewhat. Okay, let's get to those. Okay, so this is one of those that if you can move a little bit, like you can stand up, walk around, maybe you've got an IV stand or something, but you can move a little bit. So this is the first one. This is just the body weight squat. So basically all you do is just go down, squat up, go down, squat up. And you can do that however many times you want, you know. Usually for me, after about 20 or 30, you're going to start feeling the burn. And you can just keep going for however long you feel like it. And then you can rep that. So do 30, take a break for a little bit, do 30 more, etc. Okay, so here's another one you can do if you can like stand up basically. You can still do it just like right next to your own hospital bed. So the way this works is basically you just stand on one leg, you lower yourself to the bed, and then you stand back up on the one leg. So you can just do that however many times you feel like, and then you can switch legs, and then you just do it for the other leg. Try to keep your balance when you're going down, stand back up. And again, that's the same way with all of them. You can just do however many you feel comfortable with, 10, 15, 20, wait a little bit, and do some more. Okay, so, and this is the last one of, I guess, the leg kind of stuff you can do standing next to your hospital bed. But basically, all you do is just like toe raises. So you can just stand there and stand up on your toes, lower, stand up, lower, stand up, lower. And this is the same one. This is not really going to get your heart rate up, but after you do about 50 of these, you're definitely going to feel your calves burning. And that's basically all you can do when you're in the hospital without having something extra. So that's it for the bodyweight exercises. Like, you're not really going to be able to do, technically, I guess you could try to do push-ups in your hospital bed if you wanted to. Maybe you could even, if you don't have anything in your arms, that might be a possibility. But more or less, if you're like really confined in your movement and you can't do a lot, that's all all I've been able to discover so far, which are pretty good exercises for laying in your bed or just being near your bed when you have limited mobility. And you don't have anything else with you. So the next exercises I'm going to show, but yeah, if anyone does have some exercise, that would be cool. Post that in the comments or something, because I think that would be useful. I'd like to know about it too. But the next exercise I'm going to show, use an exercise band. So you can get exercise bands really cheaply, and they're also a good way of still getting some good exercises in while you're stuck in your bed and can't do anything. So that's coming next. Okay, so this is just one of the exercise bands I found on Amazon. I don't know what the name of it is, Kylan Sport, but there's tons of them. Basically, they come in different sizes with different resistances. So that's one of the things I like about them. Is so on some days you'll be weak or whatever, and you can get like one of the smaller bands. So 1 second. Here's here's one of the smaller bands. So you can see that it's a lot easier to stretch this. That was just a rubber band that fell off. But so you can adjust to how much strength you have on that day. That's what I like about these. But anyway, so you get one of these rubber bands, and now we're going to look at some of the exercise you can do with it while you're just laying in your bed. Okay, so this is the first exercise I figured out. Basically what you're going to do is take the band like this, put it around your foot, like so, and you can just hold it there and pull back. So you're going to do just rows basically. And you can do this just sitting in your hospital bed. Even if you have stuff in your arms, you don't have to have really fast movement. So you can sit there and do this exercise. And you can do, I usually do about 30, and then I'll do 3 sets. So, here, let's say, okay, I've done 30, and I'll rest a couple seconds, maybe 30 seconds, and then go back, do 30 again. And you can switch feet in between. A lot of times I'll do that. So if I take this, put it on the other foot, the same thing on the other foot. And something that makes it a little more difficult too is you can put it on both feet and spread your feet out. So you notice if you spread your feet out, it's making it more taut here, tighter. And then you can put some resistance on your legs and pull this way and get more movement in. So then you can feel it a little on your legs, a little everywhere. It's another thing you can do. And you can also adjust in your arms how you want to pull. So sometimes you might want to use your biceps more. You can do more of a arm movement. So as you'll notice, I'm not pulling with my back here. I'm doing more bicep type movements. Or you can pull with your back. Well, where your biceps aren't really doing the work and your back's doing most of the work. So that's a good way to hit your biceps and your back all while you're stuck in the hospital bed. Okay, here's the next one. Again, this is a pulling movement. So the way this one works is you're going to hold it like this, again on your feet, and you do a rowing motion. So you just pull it up like that. And want more resistance, spread your feet out more. That makes it more difficult. Less resistance, put your feet together, and you can pull it up higher. You can also pull out if you want. Pull in different directions. Pull more with your biceps. All that kind of stuff, Pull quicker, slower. Mainly this is going to target your shoulders and just in general your overall pulling movements. Now here's the last one, and this is kind of for I guess to get some presses going on, but you can put it around your back and still lay in the hospital bed. So let's do this here, and then just push up like that. And now you're able to work some of your triceps here. And what I like about the bands is you can get all kinds of flexible motions. You can sit here and do a swimming motion, pull it down, pull it out, feel it in your chest, push however you want. You can push with one arm at a time. You can push more upwards, feel it more in your shoulders. You can push wider, almost like a I don't forget what these are called, but to feel it more in your chest. And again, 30 or something like that, whatever works for you. When you're done with it, take a little break, and then, do your next set. And that's a way for you to get your heart rate up, get some blood flow into your muscles. And those are the 3 exercises I've found that'll hit most of the muscles in your body, and you can do them all while you're just laid in the hospital bed. So, the way I arrange it is I'll have, if I can, I'll do some things to get blood flowing in my legs, do some of the exercise with the band I just showed, to get that flowing in your upper body, if I can, and then do some of those other exercises to get your heart rate up. And, what's great is, if you don't have a lot of energy, you can just do 1 or 2 of these in a day. You don't have to do them all at one time, like sit there for 30 or 40 minutes. You can just do over the course, a little tired right now, but you can do it over the course of a whole day. So you could, maybe do one when you're awake, then you're sleepy, tired, whatever, you go to sleep for 3 or 4 hours and you do another little exercise. And then over the course of the day, though, that accumulates. You've gotten your heart rate up multiple times. You've got blood flowing in your muscles. And I don't know about, whether or not physiologically it's going to be a lot better for you, but just psychologically, it's nice to be able to, I feel subjectively better when I accomplish this stuff, get my heart rate up, get some exercise done every day, get something accomplished every day. So I hope that helps everyone who's in the hospital and maybe wants to be a little active, wants to get their heart rate up. Those are the exercises I found. So just leave your comments, and if you've got other exercises or ideas that have worked for you, or maybe you have you can't move your legs, I'd be interested to know what other people have found. All right, take care.